Yeah, I'll take any position. I don't care.
Okay, so here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna make a point, you make a point back. We're basically just gonna talk after the other person is done instead of doing the talking over each other thing. Because you have a way louder mic than I do. So it's not gonna be productive for me to
Okay,
try to
so
speak
can
over
I
you.
just say,
Cool.
Daddy, this is how it's gonna go. I understand, and I agree to your terms. Get that stick out of your ass before I shove it in there real good. Are you ready to go?
That was not rhetorical at all.
It
That was
wasn't
just
intended to
weird.
be rhetorical, it was meant to be flirtatious, but go ahead.
It was meant to be what?
Flirtatious. Do you know how to speak
Don't
English, or is that your second language? Go ahead.
don't flirt with me. Now what's your
I'm gonna be
position?
flirting with you during this entire debate.
What's your position?
So my
Just lay it
position
out.
is I'm gonna be pro-life. And the reason I'm gonna be pro-life is because I guess I believe that life begins at conception. One of the reasons why I believe that life begins at conception is because I'm under the apprehension that in a society, when we start picking and choosing when the most vulnerable members in our society, when their lives matter, we end up in like pretty dangerous places. I don't believe there's an argument that like life doesn't begin at conception. I think every other argument is pretty much open to just being shut down. Go ahead.
Okay, so why would it be the case that life beginning at conception is a fact that counts in favor of the pro-life hypothesis? How is it the case that that's going to be a
Sure.
successful prediction under the
So
hypothesis?
so 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 if we agree that life begins at conception, then we agree that abortion is ending a human life, right? And we
Hmm.
generally agree as a society that when it comes to ending human lives, that we don't end a human life until it is absolutely necessary. And a large majority of abortions aren't life or death scenarios. In fact, they are scenarios in which a woman could, in theory, safely carry a baby to term and then, let's say, put it up for adoption. Right? So, of course, we're going to put exceptions for stuff like medically necessary abortions, but the reality is that the vast majority of abortions aren't because they are medically necessary, right? And we generally agree as a society that we don't need to end a life unless it is necessary. So not out of convenience.
Okay, do you take the view that the abortion is unjustified? Yes or no?
That the abortion is unjustified? It depends. When you say unjustified, do you mean like according to my subjective standard of like what is good and what is not good?
Your subjective standard. When I'm talking about justification, I'm talking about it in the moral sense.
The moral sense, I believe that most abortions are not morally justified, yeah.
Okay, what's the first premise of the argument that establishes that?
Okay. May I? I just need to quickly pull up my notes. Is that all right with you?
You can do whatever you want.
Because I did have this written out for my debate with Lunar the other day. Do-do-do. Sorry, Mason's DMing me. All right, are you ready to go?
I don't know why you're asking me if I'm ready. We're all waiting on you.
All right, awesome. So, premise one, taking an innocent human life is morally impermissible unless there is like an overriding justification. So, I mean, we'll give
Do
examples
you,
here.
do you have it like typed out? Potentially, like just post it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, no problem, no problem, no problem.
Okay, cool.
Let me just copy and paste this for you. Do, do, do. Ba-ba.
So, I mean, how's everyone doing?
I mean, we're doing great. Can I ask you a question? Is there any reason why you're currently sending naked pictures of yourselves in my
Shut up,
DMs?
Bruce. I'm joking. That's all love. How's everyone's day
Yeah, I
been so
mean,
far?
Uh, um.
Did I just get like ignored?
Yeah. You're muted.
Fuck you.
You're muted. There you go.
Okay. Let's see what we have here.
I'll
Do
follow
you
up with a
want
question because you're asking me for something.
Is your black
I don't know
mom about
what's
to
going
beat your
on.
ass? What's going on?
I don't know what's going on with B, but okay. Therefore, killing a fetus is prima facie morally impermissible unless an overriding justification exists. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask you some of what the terms mean in this argument.
Mhm.
When you say the term innocence, what does that mean?
Define innocence. I guess lacking culpability for wrongdoing. So like not posing intentional harm to others.
Wait, sorry, you said so by innocence you mean that it's something that lacks
So
culpability
lacking culpability for wrongdoing and then not posing intentional harm to others.
and not posing intentional harm to others. Okay, is like a rock innocent?
I think we tend to assign innocence to beings because they're capable of doing wrongdoing, right? So like for instance, I mean, I don't think wrongdoing requires intention. So let's say you had a fetus that was like some sort of super fetus that was eating the mother's womb from the inside. We'd say that that fetus is it's wrongdoing. It's not innocent. It's doing something that's wrong, right?
Okay,
So
so
like
you think that you think that
if
the
you were
fetus
to call a
has
rock innocent, if you were to call a rock innocent, you'd be like sort of personifying it. But a rock doesn't have a persona, so you can't really do that unless you put googly
okay,
eyes
so
up or something.
you think that a fetus has the capacity to do wrongdoing in the future, correct?
Do I think a fetus has capacity to do wrongdoing in its future? I mean, sure.
You think so? Okay. What's going to be the like connection between the fetus and its future self such that it has this capacity?
What's the connection between the fetus and its future self?
Yeah, presumably you're saying that the fetus is the thing that has the capacity to perform future either wrong or right actions, correct?
Right or wrong actions? Well, I mean, I guess we could say some sense of continuity. I mean, I guess. Um, I this the. I mean, I guess like
It's too early to be
I guess because it depends on what you mean. Because like you're saying, like I guess what you mean is like, why should we care about the fetus's future if it currently lacks the capacity
No,
for moral
that's not what I
agency?
mean. I
It
didn't say
sounds
any
like
of
that's
that.
what you're saying. Because otherwise,
No,
my answer is going to be that there's a sense of continuity. So, like the
that's
fetus at
not what
like
I'm saying.
10 weeks. So you
Yeah,
said, just to be clear,
that's
what's
not
the
what I'm saying.
connection between the fetus and its future self, such that it has the capacity to perform future right or wrong actions? Correct.
That's correct. So there you go. Now
Right.
answer the
Now,
question.
can I say
Don't
that
tell
it's
me things that I'm not saying. Answer the question that I asked you.
okay, that's why I quoted you exactly. So be a good boy and be quiet. So what I'm
You
trying to
quoted
tell
me
you,
exactly the second time.
sorry,
You
sorry,
misquoted me
Black
the
Daddy,
first
Black
time.
Daddy, Black Daddy, Black Daddy. Please take your BBC off the table and just listen for 3 seconds before interrupting me.
Your
Thank you.
rhetoric's not even good. It's just
So, so,
cringe.
so, so, so just be clear. You said what you just said was wrong, and I directly quoted you. So you can shut your mouth. What I'm
The
trying to
first thing that
tell
you
you
said
is,
was wrong. Yeah.
please let me answer your retarded question, okay? Before I'm forced to take off my belt, and start
The
ripping
retarded
you.
question that got you stone locked less
So
than 5 minutes
it's
into
not
the
stun
debate.
locked.
Sure.
It's you repeatedly interrupting me, so I'm not allowed to respond.
Go ahead.
But anyways,
Respond.
before
Floor is yours.
sorry. Do you have something else to say? Go ahead.
The floor is
Are you done?
yours.
Are you done? All right, awesome. So what I was trying to say is that there's a sense of continuity, right? So say the fetus at 10 weeks and say the adult person at 25 years old aren't like two different beings, but the same individual at different stages of development. This is like how the toddler that you once were and how you're behaving right now, right? And the adult that you are right now are numerically identical. You've changed, but you're still you. There's a continuity in that sense. Does that make sense?
Okay, are you done? Perfect.
Or that was just
Okay,
my
so here's
response.
why.
Am I done? What do you mean? That was my response. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
This is called debating. Are you
So
familiar?
I just want to know everybody. I
You're
just want to
used
know
to
for
just
the
being in the
chat.
Bronx and shooting each other, like just like
Are you
come
so
on,
I
man,
guess he's not done.
something like
Let
that.
us get it all out. Let us know when you're done.
Go ahead.
Are
No,
you
I'm just
done?
waiting for a response. Go ahead.
Okay. So that means that you sit back
Actually,
and
was not
relax
rhetorical. Go ahead.
while I explain to you why you're fucking retarded. Okay.
Hurry up.
And also I'm gonna explain to the chat why Dingo's retarded. So if everybody recalls, this is the question that I asked Dingo. Okay. The question that I asked him was, what's gonna be the thing in virtue of which the fetus is the thing that has the capability to perform future right or wrong actions? What is Dingo's response? oh, well, the
Already.
fetus is numerically identical to its. That would be a question begging response, you dipshit fucking moron. Okay. You have
Really
to actually
bad.
provide an argument for how it's the case that the fetus is numerically identical to its future self, not just stipulating that to be the case without any evidentiary justification. Okay. So I'm going to ask you the question one more time. Hopefully, this time your tiny brain actually comprehends the question. What's going to be the argument, right, for why it's the case that the fetus is numerically identical to its future self? Go ahead.
1 second. I'm just penning a response to your mother. She's asking why your dick is so small. So, would you like a premise-based argument for that? I
This
can give you
guy is so
premise-based argument. I
crazy.
just know you really seem to like those. I can also
You
send you
can
links.
give me any type of argument that you want.
All right, awesome.
Go
So,
ahead.
so would you agree that numerical identity means being one and the same individual over time, despite changes? Would you agree with that?
Your account of identity is what? Your account of numerical identity is what again?
I just like said it very clearly, but whatever. Would you agree that numerical identity means being one and the same individual over time, despite changes?
Yeah, by the way, Art, I agree. Like that is kind of weird that why would anybody's mother know their child's dick size? That was kind of odd. But yeah,
Well,
I
but
mean,
she
if you're
raised you,
just
didn't she?
considering,
What the
if you're
fuck?
just stipulating, if you're just
You
stipulating that
literally
that's your
came out of her pussy.
definition,
The fuck? Unless you're like a
just
unless
because
you
you
came out of
came out
my
of her
ass.
pussy doesn't mean that she
You're
knows
a
what your
cone,
fucking dick
baby.
size
Wait,
is. What are you
wait, you're
talking
a
about?
cone. That's why you're hitting on me all the time. It's because you came from the same direction that
Hitting
your
on
cock
you. You
goes.
literally admitted to
But-
flirting with
So,
me when I stepped into the conversation. What are you talking
well,
about?
yeah, but you admitted to flirting with me as well when you sent me that picture of your BBC.
Okay, prove it.
Prove it? I don't want to have to send that picture here.
No, I'm challenging you to do it. Go ahead. I'm
You're
giving you
challenging
permission.
to do it? Okay. So
Yeah.
numerical identity means being one and the same
He doesn't want
individual
to
over
do it.
time.
He doesn't want to do
Right?
it. Okay, so if you're just gonna
Sorry,
stipulate, yeah,
are
that
you
was a
willing to
fail.
like engage with the argument at
That
all?
face planted. That little rhetorical move that you tried just face planted on itself.
What
But
rhetorical
if
move?
you're
I
just
just
gonna
made a joke
stipulate,
about me and you four. Are you okay?
just calm the
That
fuck
wasn't a
down.
rhetorical move, it's a
Just
joke.
calm the fuck down. Just calm the fuck down. Your joke wasn't funny if that's
And you
what it
can
was meant to
imagine
be.
this guy waving his Glock in
Now
front of the camera right now. I can imagine him like
the
waving his
question,
Glock in front of the camera
the
while
relevant
responding.
question that I
So wait,
asked, right,
so
was
would
gonna
you
be
agree that my
what's gonna be the
definition?
argument?
Yeah, I was
See,
giving it
this is
to you.
why I
You
wanted to
can't
do the
respond
thing
now.
where like we do the talking stick. So I think we're actually gonna have to
No,
do the
yeah, no,
talking
but I'm
stick
just
now.
waiting for you to
So
respond now.
Ari, are you here? Or Ari, whatever your name is. I don't know how to say your name. Ari.
I'm here. What do you
Hi,
guys
hi.
need?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
fine.
you could do this thing where like when he's done talking, just mute him, and then when I'm done talking, you could just mute me. Is that fair?
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do
fine.
it.
Okay,
Thank you,
perfect.
Dingo.
Okay, so I'm just gonna respond to what he said, and then you can just meet me afterward. Okay. So, firstly, if you're just giving like some stipulative definition of what you take numerical identity to be, that's totally fine. I don't know why you would ask me if I agree with that. That's your stipulation. You can decide to stipulate whatever the fuck you'd like. That's how definitions work, you moron, right? I think what you meant to ask me was if I agree with like your account of identity, right? In which case, I'd be skeptical about whether or not your account of identity is even successful. But nevertheless, the question that I asked you previously was as follows, right? What's going to be the argument for why it's the case the fetus is numerically identical to its future self?
Right, so it's going to be a premise-based argument. We agreed that's what it was going to be, so I was giving you the first premise and then asking if you disagreed with my definition of what numerical identity even was. Now, you weren't capable of responding to that, so I guess I'll just ask you again. Was my definition of numerical identity, like, did you agree with that? Did you consider it satisfactory?
Yeah, so not only did I respond, but I actually explained why it was a
Yeah,
stupid
but yeah,
question.
no,
So
but you didn't like
definitions.
it. Okay, so is it
Talking
yes?
stick. Talking stick, please. Okay. So not only did I respond, but I also explained why your question was retarded. And I'll explain to you again why it's retarded, right? And the fact that you didn't catch on to my response is evidence for you being retarded. Okay. So now the response that I gave you previously was as follows. Okay. If you're giving me a stipulative definition of what you take numerical identity to be, of course I'm going to agree with you. That's just how you're stipulating the terms that you're using. So it's kind of a nonsensical question to ask your interlocutor if they agree with how you're stipulating the definitions in your fucking argument.
So
That's
just to be
really
clear,
fucking
you don't
stupid,
think it's fucking
right?
fair
So
for me to
now
make sure that
if you meant to
no,
ask
no,
me,
so you're going to be quiet because you've been speaking for a little bit too long, a little bit long in the tooth there, sir. So, by the way, if you're speaking that much in O block, you know what they'll do? And they'll blow your house up, like with fireworks in O block, if you speak too much like that. But what I'm trying to understand is why you
Why am
think
I getting muted by
why
this
you
guy?
think
Is everything
what I'm trying to figure out is why you think it's
Yeah,
like
Dingo, stop
weird
not
or
abusing
unfair
Dingo.
for me
Let him
to
talk.
try
He
and
isn't
make
done.
sure that
You
me
can
and you
have
agree
5
on the
minutes to talk too.
same
Okay, that's how a debate works,
definition
Dingo.
of numerical identity. Why is
Okay,
that
go
weird?
ahead, Kojo. I'm sorry.
Why is that weird for me to want to make sure that we agree on what it even means?
Why would you, Dingo? Stop muting him. Okay.
I'm not moving. Outside of it being a premise-based
if I
argument,
just I'm just gonna finish
is
what I
it
was saying.
unacceptable?
I'm just gonna finish what I was saying, right? And also, if I just get muted by Dingo again, I'm just gonna leave because obviously, like,
Run away.
I didn't even know that this guy was. I didn't even know he had those kinds of powers. But in any event, back to what I was saying previously, it's kind of like silly to ask your opponent if they agree with the way that you're stipulating
Why
the
are you in
terms.
meta
Of course,
conversation? Is it because you
I'm
can't win
not.
on the
You're a
main
meta
one?
conversation. Can you
This
mute
is meta
him so I can
conversation.
actually like? This is the reason why I don't
Is
get
it
to finish
because
my
you can't
sentences
win?
because he doesn't have any self control. So I
Wait,
don't
is
know
it
why he's
because
not
you
being
can't
muted.
win? No, is it
I'll
because you
wait.
can't
I'll
win
wait
on the main
until he's.
conversation?
I'll wait until somebody mutes him. Let me
I'm
know.
just
He's
curious.
muted right now on my side. He can't speak.
Oh well, he's not server muted. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So his question that he asked me was, by the way, just to give everybody a recap of the conversation, his question was, or rather, his statement following up a question was, do I? I didn't actually answer his question, and then he asked me the question, which is as follows: Do I agree with the way he's laid out what he means by numerical identity? And to which I responded, it's kind of silly to ask somebody if they agree on the supposition that it's a stipulative definition. Of course, you could just stipulate whatever you want. You can stipulate the terms however you'd like. But I think what he meant to ask me was if I agree with his account of identity, in which case I'd be a little bit more skeptical, right? About like his account of identity. I don't know if he's like a Leibnizian or an RI theorist. Who knows, right? Maybe that's up for investigation later on. But nevertheless, I followed up with a question which he still didn't answer, which is what's going to be the argument, right? For why it's the case that the fetus, right, is going to be like numerically continuous with its future self. There you
Premise 2. What grounds numerical identity for organisms is not their psychological features, like memory or reasoning, but their continued biological existence as one living organism. Premise 3. From conception onward, the fetus is a distinct living human organism with its own internally directed development, so not merely a part of the mother's body. Premise 4. That same organism persists continuously from conception through fetal development, infancy, childhood, and adulthood, undergoing gradual changes in capacity, but never ceasing to be the same underlying individual. Conclusion, therefore the fetus at conception is numerically identical with the later adult person it becomes. So that's what I was trying to get at. You wouldn't let me after premise 1. You stopped me and then didn't tell me if you agreed, but that's what I was trying to tell you. Is that good?
Yeah, can you post the argument in the chat quickly?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Also, out of curiosity, where did you are you reading that off ChatGPT?
No.
Interesting.
Do. Okay, there you go.
Okay, just give me a minute. I'm gonna read through this argument, okay?
Okay.
Sit tight, buddy.
I'm waiting. Just waiting for you. I mean, you seem to have some trouble with this one for a while, so.
Dingo, are you gay?
A little bit. He is gay a little bit. I don't know why you
Wait,
asked
what's
that.
going on?
No, I was just wondering.
You go alone. He asked
Oh,
if you
sorry.
were
I have
gay.
the mentality person turn on because they were ear raping earlier.
Oh, he called you gay. He said, "Are you gay? Are you gay again, Dingo?"
Yeah,
Well, I don't know why
I was
mentality
asking out
wants to know.
respectfully.
Yeah, well,
Mentality, or do you like Dingo?
Exodus 2021.
No, I hold to 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9 to 11.
Okay. So how was everyone's day?
Right.
Yeah, I feel like
My
we're
day
doing
was
Excellent.
pretty
great.
good.
No, my day was
Absolutely
great.
amazing. I really enjoyed the time that I woke up, the time I spent in my morning routine.
Shut your bitch.
What the hell?
Joking. Yo, Rosa, are you Christian?
Christian. It's a weird way to say it.
What denomination are you?
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Is my mic working, by the way? You guys can hear me?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so what's the motivation for premise 2?
What's the motivation for premise 2? Well, what do
That's
you
what
mean
I
by
just
what's
said.
the motivation? I mean, I feel like it stands on its own. We could say, we could say, I mean, there's indiscernibility of identicals, there's the continuity principle, and there's modus ponens. So, I mean, I don't know if you're not familiar with this. I feel like most arguments are constructed with this.
You don't
So
know if
I
I'm
feel,
familiar with
yeah,
the
I don't.
principle of identity of indiscernibles?
Yeah.
This
Because
guy's
like
actually hilarious. You're a good guy. You're a good
you're asking
jokester.
me what it relies upon, but surely you're familiar with this argument. So unless you're just like quizzing me, I'm ready for a response or for a negation of
No.
certainty.
So
Is
I
it true?
didn't
You don't
ask
seem to
you.
be providing substantive rejoinders, so I just don't know how this debate's going to go forward.
Okay, just let me know when you're done.
Sorry, I was done speaking pretty clearly. Are
Yeah,
you
but
okay?
you have this nasty tendency of like, incessantly interrupting even when you're done speaking. So I had to make sure like you're actually done speaking this time. So yeah, I mean, I asked you what the motivation was for premise 2. Pretty standard like question in these types of debates. You seem to be confused by that. Do you know what a motivation is? Like, do you understand the concept of motivation for premises? What it means when somebody asks you to motivate a premise? Oh, he left. Did he leave? What could possibly be confusing about the question? Do you have a motivation for premise 2?
These nuts.
Wait, did someone kick him off or something?
Bro, did you
I
just
don't know.
run?
Oh, I guess his
Oh my
peers
gosh,
are
they got
calling
like
him
blown the